So less than a minute to go, and neither buggy is out on the course yet.
We do have the pushers though, just getting their pre-push stretching in.
So we can see now SDC's
30 seconds! 30 seconds!
Don't yet see, we see SigNu's pusher, but don't yet see either of the buggies, but they're now being brought out by those mechanics now.
So Psychosis is seems to be black. Actually, both buggies are black.
15 seconds!
We're coming down to the start now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set.
And they're off uphill one in this final heat of the women's, and the crowd is certainly intense here. And SCCA has taken the lead as they come up here to the top of the hill here at Sweep 6 2008, and they're going to cross with our Queen of the Hill time of 20.5 seconds. And so that's our new Queen of the Hill is Mary Ash here at RST, and SDCs are getting their push off into the free roll. And SigNu is about 40 feet behind them.
So we do have SDCA well on the lead. As we saw in the hill one time, they were the fastest uphill one. So
we're looking for a pretty good time for them today.
29 minutes till the next race. 29.
1 minute at the stop sign.
1 minute at the stop sign.
But of course, they're not really playing against SigNu right now. They're trying to beat Pika's time of 2:36.33.
Right, so the time to beat right now is 2:36.33. SDC comes in under that, they'll take the win for the second year in a row
into
in
the
women's.
chute. Looked like it drifted a little bit, but it should be okay. And the hill 3.
And SDC is getting a good roll before they get picked up pretty far up of hill 3.
SigNu is actually not far behind at all.
And SigNu seems to have closed some of the gap in the free roll and coming up on hill 3. SDC now making the 3-4 transition. A little bit off center push there for SDC, which will hurt a little bit of the time, but SDC now still coming up rolling strong in the black Psychosis. Coming up towards hill 4-5 now and just crossing the 2-minute mark.
So
looks like they
the
lost
4-5 transition is about 2:05. So
we'll see how that comes out. The buggy seemed to get a little out of control there for a second out of the hands of the pusher.
And SigNu makes its 4-5 transition now.
About 10 seconds later. So SDC is now coming towards the finish line. They're very close. They're at 2:25, so it looks as though they are going to
and
cross
set a
it at
record.
2:28.5. So pending an official time, it looks as though SDC has now set 2 records in 2 days for the men's and women's buggy races, and it looks as though SDC women, SDCA team will take the win for Sweepstakes 2008 as
7
SigNu,
seconds.
as SigNu now comes to the finish line about 2:48, which will put them in 4th place overall.
So unofficially, it seems to be another record. Wow.
Right, so this is an incredible year of racing with, it looks as though multiple records are being set. SDC is now going to do their drop test. Of course, the result does not count if the drop test isn't passed, although we've seen pretty good success of drop tests this weekend. So we're just waiting, and SDC is now about to start their drop test. And this could be a tense moment if there were problems.
Looks good.
And SDC looks as though they'll have passed their drop test. With that, it looks as though they've certainly won the day, certainly won their second year in a row, and we'll see where they come in time-wise to see if they have beaten Pika's 2004 record of 2:29.83 for the women. We're now seeing SigNu also doing their drop test. And SigNu, it also looks as though they've passed their drive test. So we'll stick around and see what the official or semi-official times are going to be put up on the AFIO leaderboard, and then we'll be back for the men's race at 10 o'clock this morning.